Hello, good afternoon. It's Matthew here, and just taking my evening walk and just reading this article in the Standard as I'm walking. It's about be wise as hot money floods markets. So the Standard is a Hong Kong-based free newspaper, and it's about the Hong Kong market, but also mentions the Japanese market as well. And it's going through a few issues here, saying that Japan's Nikkei index topped the 30,000 level to hit the highest mark in 3 decades. The last time the Japan stock market was this level was back in the 90s, when the asset inflated bubble burst to open an extended period of deflation. And how this is comparing to now, obviously the American market, stock market is at all-time highs. And I've been following a few commentaries, especially all the Reddit users, and how they're buying in these stocks with GameStop and obviously Tesla, and hodling it and having a lot of fun. It's very entertaining. And with Robinhood account, it makes it much easier for them to play margins. Plus, with all these SPACs happening, SPACs being these special purpose acquisition companies who are given lots of money before they know what the hell they're going to buy. So is that a bubble or what? It's not going through the regular IPO system. It claims that it's much better to let investors directly invest into certain businesses and not go through the big Wall Street and the JP Morgan Stanleys, where they typically build up their books with corporate institutional buyers before listing. So in theory, they earn all the early stage profits when the company starts to expand, which is fair. However, due diligence is also pretty important. You're giving these SPACs billions of dollars just to basing on rumors. For example, CCIV, has the rumored Lucid merger, which has gone through the roof. And as I believe, Lucid hasn't even sold a car yet, and need alone have the data for self-driving, which is a big portion of the Tesla valuation. So that's for another story. But then back to the hot money flows into Hong Kong. So Chinese New Year is just ending, so the next couple of days the markets will be opening back up, and the huge, what they call bakso, northern water, will start deluging back into Hong Kong to push up the markets even higher. Needless to say, it's already been going up. So yeah, so for the Wealth and Health Hustle, this is a period to be a little bit cautious, even though this is different from the great crash of the pandemic in the 20s, well, not the 20s, but for the Great Recession, in that so the world is still has fairly high infection rates in general, and it hasn't been controlled. So printing of money and for handouts is still a very important aspect of the world to get the majority of people back on their feet. So asset prices in theory should keep going up. where else is the money going to go? And you're going to get these kids on Robinhood playing with their quick earnings. Another aspect of the video goes through the Hong Kong stock market and how it's subject to the impact of at least 4 factors. One is being China, both the country's policy and state economy. So what the government says moves the markets. But I guess if you compare that to what Trump says and moves the market, what system's better? And then the second thing is the 2 monetary policies. Oh, not the 2 monetary policies. The monetary policies of central banks internationally. When will they begin unwinding quantitative easing? So the American Fed has already mentioned, I believe, the next 2 years they're not going to be raising interest rates. However, they could change their mind. It's just the policy guidance. They've said that. So, and then obviously the third thing is the pandemic and how the crisis will unfold, and the vaccine's effectiveness on the coronavirus variants too. Such a controversial issue, to take the vaccine or not. This channel is not for politics or religion. Vaccine is another one. Very controversial. You're going to take it, is any use. 1 dose you get 50%, or is it even 40%? Second dose 60%, 70% for the original strain. What are the side effects? I'm not going to give an opinion on that one. And the fourth issue here is the inflow of mainland capital market. This is for the Hong Kong stock market. So they have the northern flow and the southern flow, whereby Hong Kong and Chinese investors, they can interchange. We can buy in Hong Kong, we can buy Chinese shares, certain shares, not all shares, and Chinese mainland nationals can buy Hong Kong shares. So this has been introduced a few years ago, and it's definitely affecting the market a lot because the Chinese investors have limited ways of getting money out of China. So when they invest overseas, the southern flow for investing into Hong Kong shares has been a very, it's been an alternative, I guess, of diversifying their local investments in China. So I am in Shekong area now. Just over this hill is Shenzhen, which is the world technology hub of the world at the moment. And once this border opens up, I'm going to have the chance to be able to go across, and hopefully as develop is to interview some of these head honchos of these tech companies, especially Tencent's head office is just, I can see the building from here, and to meet up and get first-hand information on what is happening with your American investments and stocks. Okay, so I just got off the phone, and what I'll be doing, I'm meeting a old friend on Friday who specializes in Hong Kong and foreigners buying Chinese shares directly. They're listed companies, but I'll chat with them and to see what views that they have. They have their own funds, or funds of funds that invest into China as well. I'm just briefly speaking to them that they have their ways of investing into China shares. You just quickly mentioned that the American market is obviously extremely high, but the China market, there's still maybe 20-30% upside swing. But hey, Doesn't take much to knock that down. But then if we're thinking of China being a strong market for the next 10, 20, 50, 100 years, what we try and do is find value investments for this longer period of time frame. We're not going to go for these margins. It's always going to be a medium to long term investment periods, which we're looking at true value. And hopefully my perspective in Hong Kong, and as I said, when the border opens up, I can visit these people up there and go to the AGMs and see the true story. Okay, I've already got some of my friends in China to go through Dongguan and to analyze what the situation are with EVs and what can a normal person in China buy and what's a good purchase. So get people on the ground actually checking out the market, which I'm sure most local Americans can't do. Anyhow, trying to offer something different, a different perspective, and basing on what I can do over here. Okay, ciao. Hopefully this offers a little bit of value, but I'll be having more detailed discussions once I get these graphics set up. Ciao, have a great day. Bye.